cheers, my dears. Oh, Cider House Select Pineapple Cider. That is good. It's probably my favorite cider from the Cider House Select line. Nikki's favorite, I think, is the spiced apple. Anyway, both are at our shop, DIY Homebrew Supply. Oh, I tell you, it's so nice to be able to have a nice, crisp cider and not have to deal with messing with the fruit. You know, like just messing with the crap of it. Anyway, hey YouTube, it's Joe here. So, no, I'm just doing a little update video. I have been missing in action for a couple weeks, several weeks now. We're not even at a couple, it's several. I've been sick. I got really sick. I don't know if it's a flu or just a bad cold or what, but yeah, I just haven't been doing too hot. So, been dealing with the shop and just trying to get better and sleeping this thing off. It's been a couple weeks, so I have not forgotten about YouTube, of course. You know that, and the whole new build and Spike Brewing's kettles and stuff. I'm doing better. Things are going better, and I've started working on it again now that I'm feeling a little bit better. So I just wanted to apologize for everyone for disappearing there for a little while. Nikki got sick right before me, and I thought, oh, maybe I'll be lucky, maybe things will work out, and nope, I hit the ringer, and now my brother is sick too, so it's literally gone through the whole family. Thank goodness the dogs aren't subjected to that, so, so we're all, Matt's currently in the throes of it, so he's sick as hell, and Nikki's feeling better. I'm definitely feeling better. Still a little congested, but not too bad. That's probably allergies. But anyway, I just wanted to, apologize to everyone for kind of disappearing there right in the middle of our build, our exciting, crazy build. A little shy of me, but what do? You get sick. It happens. We're humans, We are going to fail eventually, unfortunately, and yeah, so that sucked. But anyway, I've been dealing with the last and final problem of our system. The new brewery, you saw me, I did a goofy video. I was, freaking like with the system on and everything. Well, immediately after that, all the smoke alarms went off because the steam was setting it off, and I was like, okay, I got to really figure out a ventilation system. And I have gone through, this is the third iteration of a ventilation system, and it's working. And you probably hear it in the background. It's a little loud, but it's a very serious fan. So I'm going to turn you around, kind of show you what we're doing. Ooh, look over at the vent hood that did not work at all, and even with my modifications, and yeah, kind of show you, where we're at. So here we go. I'm gonna flip you around now. Whoop. All right. So there's the door, of course. That'll be close, but the panel's working beautifully. I've got it in manual mode. It's flipping between 209 and 210 on the sensor. I've got it at 100%, but that's boil. It's boiling like mad right now. And so that's set up. And there is the steaming, boiling kettle. And our ventilation system. And you're going to be like, really? That's it? But it's quite simple, but I'm going to pull you up the stairs a little bit here, and you can see it's working beautifully. And what it is so I had to rebuild my window. That's a sheet of acrylic and a piece of plywood with a 4-inch exhaust fan or exhaust port that has the grates on it and the weighted flap. So it's designed. It's not for what is the best way to put it? It's not for dryers because the lint, you know, stuff getting thrown out. It's more just an exhaust port, more something you would see for like a bathroom or a kitchen setup. But that's what that is. And then it goes into this giant, it's a centrifugal fan. And this one here is 440 CFM, so it's got some serious pull to it, and it's an inline, of course. So it's a 6-inch duct. We had to reduce it to a 4 there. It'd probably be better if I had it just straight 6, but I couldn't find any of those locally, any of the exhaust ports locally, so that's what we got. And going out here, 6-inch duct pointed down, and believe it or not, that is a freaking garbage lid, a garbage can lid. And it's working great. And you can see, I mean, like, this is why I put the light right there. It's pulling everything. Absolutely everything. And you can see up in there, there is like no condensation. It's pulling so hard. There's nothing. You can kind of see up in there. I'm not sure if you can see that there. That's the fan. You see it sucking right into it. That fan is not messing around. So that's what we're doing. And I'm just doing a boil test, a steam test. That was my biggest problem. I was having a heck of a time with this steam mitigation. Yeah, you can see it's just pulling like crazy, just with that little lip, and it's doing great. And this is I'm just doing a test today. Nothing, believe it or not, that whole hood and all that, it's just taped in place. There's nothing permanent here. If I pulled on that, it would rip right off. And I just did this as a test because I had tried using a vent hood. You can see I even cut custom holes into it. Removed the fan that was in there. You can see on the other side, that's the 6-inch duct for it. And yeah, it was just not working. The vent hood itself with the fan couldn't handle it at all. We got to about 180 degrees, and all the condensation dripping off of everything back into the boil kettle was enough to tell me, you know, this is not gonna work. The point of a boil is to get all the DMS and all that funk out of there, and it just wasn't working. So the vent hood for me did not work. Now I could have maybe got this thing lined up here on our ceiling, right around here, but that would mean I would have to pull the boil station, you know, out like 2 or 3 feet to fit, and it didn't make sense to me to have to pull all that out and boil essentially like right around like here. You see where my finger's pointing on the floor? You know, right around there is where the vent hood would have had to go to deal with the reductions and the pull of that. And it just wasn't working. I was like, if I have to boil in the middle of the room, I'm gonna figure out something very different. So yeah, so look at that. That boil is going great. Now we do have a little bit of drip, not sure if you saw that there, and I think I just need to go inside the fan. You see there's a bit of water coming from, it's looking like the ports around this is the electrical box, which obviously we don't want stuff ventilating into there, so we're going to see how that's mounted. Maybe silicone on the inside, do a little bit of sealing, and I know these are leaking back here because this thing broke out. Like I was saying, you see the water there? Yep, lots of water. So we're going to get rid of that. But yeah, sealing it up I think is going to do the trick, make that fan perfect. We've got the window there, it's venting right out the back. You can't really see it very well there. So yeah, there we go. Working great. So yeah. The boil! So yeah, so that's where we're at. Yeah, apologies again for kind of falling ill there, and I just disappeared. I wasn't the best about that, but I felt like crap, and I was like, I can't do anything. Barely made it into the store. Nikki actually watched the store for me pretty much exclusively for, it was about a week and change. So that sucked. And And so now we're dealing with this. We're going to figure this out. And, we're going to start doing the brew day, and I'm so excited about that. It's going to be good. So yes, as of this video posting, I am definitely going to be tabulating our poll video, finally. And yeah, it was longer than anticipated, but we're going to pull that out. We're going to figure out you know, what the top 3 beers are, I think is what I'm going to do. Top 3 beers that you know, people wanted to see brewed, and we're going to brew them. And yeah, that's going to be how the first couple batches on this. We're gonna crank them out, and we're going to see, you know, how well the electric system works. Obviously, you've seen the Spike Brewing kettles are awesome. Spike Brewing, SpikeBrewing.com kettles, of course, are incredible, and they're so shiny you can't see it. But yeah, the Spike Brewing kettles are incredible, and so yeah, we're going to try to do them some justice now here on that system. Brew up some good batches of beer. We'll talk about how the electric works for me. I think it's going to work great because I brewed, you know, electric with Eric all the time, so you know, I think it's going to be really cool, and once we get the brew days done. So yeah. Thanks for watching, YouTube, and sorry I disappeared again. You can still hear me, my voice is cracking like I'm a teenager. Hey, can you go to the prom with me? But life is good, all told. You know, you gotta deal with the colds and the sickness. But yeah, outside of that, we're gonna fortify the fan up a little bit. Make sure there's not a lot of drip going on. If there is a lot of drip, we'll figure out how to mitigate that, and then it'll be time for the brew day. So thanks for watching again. Cheers, YouTube. Hope you're having a good summer. Hope you had a good Memorial Day weekend. And you know, cheers to all our vets out there. And yeah, so hope you guys are doing great. I hope you didn't get a cold at the, you know, start of summer like I did. I had about enough energy to plant our garden, and that was about it. And yeah, and then I just finally got to working on this again today. So yeah, it's going good. So cool. Alrighty. Well, cheers. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my pineapple cider, and next time we see ya, we're gonna be brewing. So cheers, YouTube. 17.